I didn't buy the doorbell because I was paranoid. I bought it because my packages kept disappearing. That's the embarrassing truth. I live alone in a small apartment building that's old enough to creak when the temperature drops. Not dangerous, just tired. The kind of place where the hallway smells faintly of dust and cleaning solution, and the elevator takes a second too long to close its doors. The Ring doorbell was on sale. I installed it on a Thursday night after work, fingers numb from the cold metal screws, phone balanced awkwardly on the railing while the app walked me through setup. Blue light blinked, Wi-Fi connected, camera online. I tested it by stepping into the hallway, waving like an idiot, then checking my phone. There I was, alone, exactly as expected. That should have been the end of it. The first notification came at 2:17 a.m. Not a motion alert, a recorded event. That alone was strange. I hadn't turned on continuous recording, only motion-triggered clips. I opened the app half asleep, expecting to see a passing neighbor or a flicker from the hallway light. The video loaded slowly, grainy, gray, empty hallway, no movement. I frowned, scrubbing back a few seconds. That's when I noticed the timestamp. The clip was 37 seconds long, and at exactly 0:12, something changed. Not movement, presence. The hallway didn't look different, but my chest tightened anyway. It's hard to explain unless you felt it, that instinctive pull in your stomach when your brain realizes something is wrong before your eyes can explain why. At 0014, the camera adjusted its exposure, and a shape appeared, not walking in, not approaching. Just there, tall, standing directly in front of my door, close enough that if it were real, it would have triggered a proximity alert. The figure didn't have details, no face, no clothes, just a darker outline against the already dim hallway, like someone cut a person-shaped hole out of the footage. I sat up in bed. My apartment was silent, no footsteps, no door handle movement. I scrubbed the clip again, paused, zoomed. The shape didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't sway. At 0:31, it vanished, not by leaving, by no longer existing. The rest of the clip showed an empty hallway again. I checked the live feed. Nothing. I got out of bed and opened the door. The hallway was empty, quiet, and cold. I told myself it was a shadow, a compression glitch, a software hiccup. I went back to bed. I didn't sleep. The next morning, I almost deleted the app. Almost. Instead, I showed the clip to a coworker during lunch, holding my phone between us like it might bite. He laughed. "Looks like a coat," he said, or the camera lagged. "Does it look like it's standing inside my door frame?" I asked. He shrugged. "Man, these cameras freak people out. You start seeing things." I nodded. I wanted to believe him. That night, I turned motion sensitivity down. I disabled notifications. I told myself I was done. The second clip came the following night, 3:02 a.m. This time, I was awake when the phone vibrated. I didn't open it right away. I just lay there staring at the ceiling, listening to the building settle. Finally, I tapped the notification. The hallway appeared instantly, clearer this time. No flicker, no exposure shift. The figure was already there, closer, so close that its outline filled most of the frame. I could see where its shoulders should be, where a head should tilt, where eyes should exist. They didn't. The camera timestamp kept ticking. The figure didn't move. Then something new happened. At 0019, the figure raised its arm, not toward the camera, toward my door, toward the handle. My heart started pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat. I stood up, bare feet on cold floor. The hallway outside my door was silent. At 0023, the arm stopped inches from the handle. It hovered. At 0024, the clip ended. No disappearance, no exit, just cut. I didn't open the door this time. I unplugged the doorbell instead. The blue light died. The hallway camera went offline. I stayed awake until sunrise. The next morning, the app showed 3 new recordings, all from after I unplugged it, all labeled motion detected, and all showing the same thing: the hallway, my door, and the figure standing closer each time. That was when I realized something that made my stomach drop. Every clip was time-stamped 1 minute later than the last. Like it was counting. I didn't unplug the doorbell again. I didn't delete the app. I didn't even tell anyone else. I just sat on my bed that morning, phone in my hand, scrolling through the clips over and over, trying to convince myself there was some technical explanation I hadn't thought of yet. 3 recordings, all after the camera was offline. All impossible. I checked the timestamps again. 3:03 a.m., 3:04 a.m., 3:05 a.m., 1 minute apart. In the first clip, the figure was at the end of the hallway. In the second, it was directly in front of my door. In the third, it was so close the camera couldn't fully frame it anymore. Just darkness. Just shape. Just absence where a person should be. I scrolled to the clip details. Motion detected. Unknown source. That line stuck with me. I called customer support. I didn't mention the figure. I just said my camera was recording when it shouldn't be. The agent was polite, calm, scripted. Sometimes cached motion events appear delayed, she said. Even when the device is offline? Yes. Even when it records new footage? There was a pause. Can you describe what's in the video? I hesitated. Nothing, I lied. Just noise. She suggested a factory reset. I thanked her. I didn't do it. That night, I left the camera unplugged and turned my phone face down on the nightstand. I told myself I wouldn't look. I told myself the problem would go away if I stopped feeding it attention. At 2:58 a.m., my phone vibrated anyway. Not a notification, a call from an unknown number. I stared at it until it stopped. Then another vibration, a message preview appeared on my lock screen. Ring, new event recorded. I didn't touch the phone. The screen lit up again on its own. The app opened. The clip started playing. The hallway appeared. But something was wrong. The camera angle was lower. Too low. Like it was being filmed from chest height. Not from the doorbell. From inside the hallway. I sat up slowly. My breathing was loud in my ears. The clip showed my apartment door from the opposite side. From the hallway looking in. And then, the door opened. My door. I watched myself step into the hallway. Same clothes I was wearing now. Same posture. Same tired slouch. I watched myself pause, look directly into the camera, and smile. I dropped the phone. I didn't open the app again until morning. I told myself it was a deep fake, a glitch. My brain stitching together familiar images. But the fear didn't fade. It deepened. Like my body knew something my mind refused to accept. When I finally watched the clip again, I noticed details I'd missed before. The hallway lights flickered exactly the way they always did. The scuff mark near the elevator door was there. The dent in the wall from where someone had moved furniture years ago. This wasn't a simulation. It was real. Or it was something pretending very carefully to be real. I started testing it, not deliberately, just by living. I walked past the door without opening it. An hour later, a clip appeared of me opening it. I sat on the couch all evening. At 11:42 p.m., a clip showed me standing in the hallway, staring back at the camera. Doing things I hadn't done yet, or maybe things I was about to. The timestamps were always a few minutes ahead, never hours, never days, just close enough to feel inevitable. The worst clip came on the 4th night. I was brushing my teeth when my phone buzzed on the counter behind me. I ignored it. Then the mirror caught my eye. For half a second, my reflection lagged. Not enough to scream, enough to notice. I grabbed the phone. The notification read, "Ring. Motion detected." The preview thumbnail showed my bathroom. From inside, the camera angle was wrong. Too high, too close. The clip played. I watched myself standing at the sink, brushing my teeth. Behind me, reflected in the mirror, the hallway door was open, and something stood in it. Not the figure from the hallway, not the outline. This one had detail. Too much detail. It wore my face, but stretched. Wrong. The eyes were open too wide. The smile was too slow. The reflection version of me leaned closer to the mirror and spoke. I couldn't hear it, but I knew what it said. because my phone vibrated again. A text appeared beneath the video. "You're almost caught up." I left the apartment that night. Didn't pack, didn't lock the door. I slept on a friend's couch across the city. I didn't bring the doorbell with me. I didn't bring the charger. I thought distance would break it. At 3:06 a.m., my phone buzzed anyway. New clip, new location. The camera wasn't showing my apartment. It was showing my friend's front door from the outside, and I was standing in front of it, looking straight into the lens, waiting. I didn't sleep after that. I didn't scream either. I just sat on my friend's couch in the dark, phone in my hand, watching the clip again and again until my eyes burned. The video showed his front door. It showed me standing there, hands at my sides, head slightly tilted, waiting. The timestamp read 3:06 a.m. My phone clock said 3:01 a.m. 5 minutes ahead, always 5 minutes. I looked up, listened. No footsteps, no knocking, no sound from the hallway outside his apartment. I didn't warn him. I don't know why. Maybe I was afraid of what would happen if I said it out loud. Maybe some part of me already understood the rules. At 3:05 a.m., the phone vibrated again. Another clip. Same location. Same angle. The door opened. My friend stepped out into the hallway, yawning, scratching his neck. He froze when he saw me. I watched his confusion turn into concern, then fear, then recognition. He said my name. I couldn't hear it, but I knew. I watched myself smile at him. Not my smile. The slow one. The wrong one. The clip ended before anything else happened. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped the phone. I checked my messages. 3 missed calls from him. Then one text. "Where are you?" Then another. "How are you outside my door?" I didn't reply. I couldn't. Because my phone buzzed again. Another clip. Same hallway. This time the camera angle was closer. Inside the apartment. The living room. My friend standing near the couch. Me sitting where I was supposed to be sitting. My face turned toward the camera. Toward me. And I raised a finger to my lips. And I ran. I don't remember grabbing my shoes. I don't remember the elevator ride. I remember the cold air hitting my face outside. I remember running until my lungs burned. I didn't know where I was going. I just needed to stay ahead of the timestamps. I ducked into a late-night subway station and sat on a bench beneath flickering lights. The phone buzzed again. I didn't want to look. I did anyway. The clip showed the station, empty, quiet, except for one person sitting on a bench. Me. Same clothes, same posture, same exhaustion. The timestamp was 2 minutes ahead now, not 5. It was catching up. That was when I finally understood. The camera wasn't watching places. It wasn't tied to the doorbell. It wasn't even tied to the app. It was watching me, not where I was, where I was going to be. Recording moments just before they happened. Moments where I hadn't arrived yet. Moments where something else could step in first. The figure wasn't following me. It was rehearsing me, learning how to stand, how to smile, how to wait. I tried one last thing. I turned the phone off completely, pulled the SIM card, powered it down. The screen went black. For the first time in days, nothing buzzed, nothing glowed. I sat there in the station, shaking, breathing, waiting for the relief to come. It didn't, because then I heard my voice. Behind me, soft, calm, perfectly steady. "Don't do that." I turned. No one was there. But the reflection in the dark subway window showed someone standing just out of sync with me. Moving a fraction of a second late. Smiling a fraction too long. I woke up the next morning in my own bed. That was the most terrifying part. My apartment was clean, normal. The doorbell was back on the wall, plugged in, blue light blinking. My phone was on the nightstand, fully charged, unlocked. The Ring app open, one new clip, timestamp 6 hours earlier. I watched it with numb calm. It showed me unlocking my apartment door, stepping inside, setting my phone down, looking directly at the camera, and saying something. This time there was audio. It was my voice. Clear, close, real. "I've got it from here. I still live here. I still get notifications sometimes. They're different now. Shorter, calmer, no figures, no warnings, just clips of empty rooms, hallways, doors closed, waiting. And sometimes when I catch my reflection at night, it blinks a little too late, smiles a little too early. So if you have a smart camera, if it ever shows you somewhere you haven't been yet, don't watch the rest, because once it knows you'll look, it starts planning where to stand when you're gone. Have you ever checked a camera recording and seen something that didn't wait for you to arrive?